Hi, this is Colleen from Keeping the Peace, and welcome back to another episode of Colleen Answers Your Questions. Today our question comes from Facebook messaging on my Keeping the Peace Facebook, and the lady's name is Kristen. I'm not going to give you her last name just for security's sake since she private messaged me. She says, I've literally been watching your YouTube videos all day. They're great. I wish I lived there so I could take some classes from you. That'd be fun. I do have a question for you. I'm a pretty decent shot. My groupings are good. However, I always have to aim low and to the right in order for me to hit in the center of the target. I can't figure out the problem. It is consistent with any caliber gun I shoot. Do you have any ideas? I usually have to aim on the line that separates the 9 and the 8 on this target, and I'm going to insert a picture of her target here. Okay, as you can see from the target, she's hitting really well as far as you can see, but she's kind of compensating for an error by aiming low right, which means if she were to aim in the center, she'd be hitting high left. So the first things we need to discuss are factors that could cause you to shoot high. Some of those would be breaking your shot while you're inhaling, breaking the wrist up or having kind of a floppy wrist and letting it bend at recoil, or pushing into the heel of the gun as you anticipate recoil. Sometimes people heel into the gun, or sometimes people induce recoil. They kind of make the gun go up higher than it's really going to. So those are 4 factors to think about. I'll list them here just in case you didn't catch them. I was kind of going quickly. And the leftward factor generally comes from a loose support hand. So I'm assuming you're a right-handed shooter. If you're not, then we would need to redo this video. But I'm just going to assume that. Most people, if they're left-handed, they'll tell me. So if you're a right-handed shooter and you have a loose left hand, your gun's going to want to travel in the path of least resistance. So a lot of times if people have a loose left hand, they'll shoot leftward of center. So you probably have a combination of a loose left hand and one of those 4 factors I just listed. Most of the time when someone shoots while they are inhaling, then they kind of see on the target a really up and down pattern because you never shoot the exact same point during your inhale. So I don't see that type of up and down pattern on your target. We discussed that up and down pattern in a previous video in this same series if you want to click back on that. I can't remember who asked the question now. It's been a while, but most of the time when someone is breathing while they're inhaling or exhaling, you'll see kind of a more spread out vertical pattern on the target. So I think you can probably mark that one off the list. Now we're left with either sort of a floppy wrist that bends up or breaks up. People call it breaking the wrist up when you finish the shot or when you complete the shot. Also, you have inducing recoil. So if you're expecting the gun to recoil a little more than it's going to and you're kind of just inducing that, you could be making it rise a little bit. And the other factor was pushing into the heel of the gun as you might possibly be anticipating recoil. So I would suggest that you combine those factors in your mind next time you go to the range and see if you can shoot thinking about each one individually and maybe do the process of elimination. Check off the ones that you're pretty sure you're not doing. Sometimes it's helpful to have someone watch you because you may be doing things that you don't realize you're doing, and sometimes it's hard to analyze yourself that closely while you're trying to shoot. Another thing you can do if you don't have someone to go with you is videotape yourself, because a lot of those things you might be able to see yourself doing. Another way that you can self-diagnose is to put ball and dummy in your magazine, which means combine range ammo and snap caps. Have someone else load the magazine so you don't know right where they're going to be, or close your eyes and load the magazine blind. It's pretty easy to do. Go ahead and put it in your gun with your eyes closed and then shoot not knowing where the snap caps are going to be and watch what happens to the gun. You may do better if you have a video camera watching the gun because you can only see it from a very limited angle. It's a lot better if you can see it from the side. When I'm teaching someone, I'm standing right here looking at the gun and the trigger finger and everything else so I can really see what they're doing. So that might be helpful to you. After you've sorted all that out, come back to Keeping the Peace Facebook, message me again, let me know how it happens or how it works out for you, or comment down below this video if you'd like. I'd love to hear how things go and if you figure out which one of those combinations it is. I'm pretty sure it's a loose left hand and one of those other 3 factors because I think we ruled out the breathing issue. So hopefully that's helpful to you and anyone else who might be having this same problem. And thank you for participating in the series, and we'll see you guys for the next episode. Bye.